To me, fellas, it's hard to believe that here we are on January 12th in Remington, Indiana. I think the most respected, the most publicized, the winningest, the most traveled team of all times. We're sitting here in Remington just about to celebrate our 20,000th game. And further, as I said here with my mentor, Tex Harrison, I think the Harlem Globetrotters have played in battle zones. They played on tops of aircrafts. They played in the townships of South Africa. And you think about the start, it was the time when apartheid and racism in this country was a cultural norm. But this basketball team, this Harlem Globetrotter team, joined the Philadelphia Spas, Olsen's terrible Swedes, the New York Wrens as a barnstorming team, and in the process, we reinvented the game of basketball into the industry and the sport that we know today. So I'm taking this opportunity to dedicate this important game to my father, Emmett, who you met the other night in St. Louis, to our founder, Abe Saberstein, to all of our alumni, which were quite a number. Now, all these fellows were the kind of greats with Gator Rivers and others that made this institution what it is today. And I guess my message to you tonight is let's go out and show the ESPN2 audience. Let's show our millions of fans around the world that after 20,000 games, the Globetrotters are what sports should be, and more than that we're better than ever. Let's do it tonight. Are you with me?
Hey, one more time. We're going alumni on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Make them feel good. All right.
Hey, we work here in the ESPN the magazine shipping department. We really love our jobs, especially these days because, well, we're sending out a free gift to all the new subscribers. There's no time to lose. Subscribers are waiting. We need to send out these official ESPN the magazine sweatshirts ASAP. Right, buddy?
Hey, it's the ESPN the magazine sweatshirt. Well, all right.
Now's a great time to subscribe to ESPN the magazine because we're sending every new subscriber this official heavy-duty ESPN the magazine sweatshirt absolutely free with your paid subscription.
Hey, Wally. Hey, picture me working out in this great sweatshirt, man. Oh, it's got the ESPN the magazine logo right up front.
That's great, Ralph. Please shove a sweatshirt in a box.
I've always loved this shade of blue. Oh, and it's an extra large, so it even fits me. Hey, it looks pretty good on you, too.
Listen, I think we're getting a little backed up here. Boss really wants us to get these out.
Subscribe now to ESPN the magazine and get your sports the way it ought to be. Big and bold with unbelievable photos. Honest interviews that'll surprise you. Previews and predictions. The ins, outs, and insights that give you our take on the teams to beat and the players to watch. Plus regular reports by your favorite ESPN personalities. Call now and get 26 issues, a year's worth for just $1 an issue. $1 an issue. That's 66% off the newsstand price. And with your paid subscription, you'll get your very own ESPN the magazine sweatshirt free.
Help me, Ralph. I'm begging you.
It's hard to believe this great sweatshirt is free. I mean, I wonder what lucky subscriber is going to get this one, huh?
No subscriber is going to get that one, Ralph, unless you put it in a box.
Call now for ESPN the magazine and your free official sweatshirt. 1-800-479-0011. 1-800-479-0011.
ESPN2's presentation of the Harlem Globetrotters' 20,000th game is brought to you by Denny's. Come to Denny's for our big signature skillets, starting at just $3.99. Now with 2 new skillets. And by Reebok, helping athletes perform at the top of their game.
The Harlem Globetrotters have played around the world before millions of loving fans. But tonight they venture into Tri-County High School in Remington, Indiana for a historic night of basketball. The 20,000th game of the Harlem Globetrotters. And tonight, a piece of history will be shared by this great community in Hoosier Hysteria country. Tonight, the Nationals go against the Harlem Globetrotters. Hello, everybody. Sam Smith working with an all-star from the NBA, Reggie Theus. the coach on Saturday morning as well. We're happy to have him for this historic moment. And when you think about the Trotters, literally, Reggie, could play anywhere in the world, thousands of people in the stands, but they elected to come to the heartland of America. This is great tonight.
I tell you what, Sam, with all the hype around basketball these days, it's nice to be back to the roots of the game. I mean, this is mainstream America, and what a fitting place for the Harlem Globetrotters 20,000 basketball game. This high school is literally in the middle of a huge cornfield, probably just like where basketball got started.
Starting lineups tonight for the New York Nationals, owned and coached by Red Clutch. They'll be starting with Kevin Thibodeau in the middle, while, of course, Steigerwald, Thomas, Aldridge, and Klotz will be starting for the Nationals, for the Trotters, under Tex Harris. They'll be going with Bacon along with Antigua. Maillard, the 7-footer, will be inside. Mike St. Julian and also Conley Burton will be handling the ball as the point guard. Those are the Trotters. What is this guy? Can you believe that? He can dunk without even touching the entire floor and getting off of it as they jump with St. Julian. And the big guy's got to go the other way with a tap one by the Trotters.
I tell you what, that would be some intimidating force down in there.
Got a hold of the rim and never left the ground. St. Julian has his first shot knocked away. Saved in the forecourt. They bring it ahead. Steigerwald with a shot outside. Antigua, the first Hispanic to make the Globetrotters aggregation from the Dominican Republic with a rebound.
Well, Sam, early in this game, you're going to probably see a lot of fast-break basketball as you see Orlando, the Hurricane, put one down from back behind the arc.
And that's a three, makes a steal. Behind the back, gets it down, and it won't go. Tapped out again as they bring it ahead with Aldridge. Another steal by Antigua. Another steal here by the Nationals, and ahead goes Thomas. And ahead comes Verdon.
Look at the speed. They just get up and down the floor.
That pass down the baseline that time. Seen that somewhere before on a Saturday night, haven't we?
I think a lot of times. As a matter of fact, I can remember a bunch of them that I've had.
You know, the interesting part of the Trotter games, of course, a lot of straight basketball here early on to kind of set the tempo and really kind of get yourself loose.
Well, that's exactly it. You see they're pushing it, getting up and down the court, making some nice plays. We're done, number 2. Nice little reverse, using the rim for a shield.
Raging Cajun scoring. There is Meyer coming off with a rebound, literally without jumping. Did they get a sheet of paper under his feet there on that jump? I'm not sure.
You know, look, when you're 7'6", you don't have to jump very high.
Hey, Antigua's come in for quite a opening game here tonight as he's knocked in 2 3-pointers here.
I'd like to see Dunn go against Sean Bradley one-on-one. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be nice. How about Manute Bol? Remember Bol also coming out of Sudan?
As a matter of fact, yeah. A friend of his, matter of fact.
Well, a foul call will send the Nationals to the foul line where they'll be shooting a couple of shots as a couple of new subs come into the game. And they'll bring in, of course, all of their players before the game is all over. Checking in, number 44 will be Vershawn, the shot from Arizona State. Also checking in for his first trip is one of the newest Trotters, number 55, Terrence O'Kelly.
You know, the one thing, Sam, I'm very amazed with. All these guys have great nicknames.
They do.
I mean, I never had a great nickname. But these guys have tremendous nicknames. How'd you like to be called Reggie the Shot Theus? No, doesn't work.
You know, a lot of guys had a lot of names for you. You knew that, didn't
and
you?
a lot of them we can't even talk about here.
Steigerwald with one foul shot here for the Nationals to get them on the board. And hits them both with 8:12 left to go in the opening period. The Trotters play number 20,000 tonight. Can he do it again? He does. 3 in a row. Antigua from 3. Nice little pure shooter there.
Well, you know, he's got nice backspin rotation on his jumpers. Real good form. Young kids can learn something from a jump shot like that by the Hurricane.
Played at Pittsburgh is collegiate ball. That's Thibodeau muscling it up on the inside. Big 6'11" player out of Texas Southern down in Houston. Trotters operating outside. Again, St. Julian was named as the MVP when they played the College All-Stars down in Phoenix. 17 points and 13 rebounds. He had a sensational game.
Uh-oh.
Look out. That's why.
Oh, you could tell on that play that the court position was just perfect for a backdoor. They had great spacing.
This is Klotz trying to get a shot off, and he is hammered by Verdon. Klotz, by the way, is the son of Rick Klotz, the owner and original coach of the Nationals.
Check out the court spacing and the nice pick, and then caught the ball. See the athleticism of these guys. They're not just all show. These are some great athletes. He caught that ball down below the rim, still had the strength to pull it up above the rim and dunk it.
First time ever on national television, the Globetrotters, and Showbiz has arrived. Matt Jackson out of Savannah State. He'll be sharing our microphone with us as he gets them pumped up here in Remington. Morgan Klotz, again out of Western Maryland when he played collegiate ball.
He had me pumped up just before the game. He tossed me the ball a few times. I had to spin it on my hand. Of course, it hit the mic and fell off.
You were doing pretty good there, I thought. That was pretty nice. Klotz with a free throw. 13-5. It stays that way as it comes out near us, and Boo Johnson is in the game. This is the fastest dribble in America and the world. Hello. Here comes the weave, and look at the precision of the Trotter.
Oh, yeah.
Showtime, Mike Wilson. He holds the all-time slam dunk record, 11 feet, 11 inches. Nice shot on the outside as they put it down, and a beauty by Garrett Thomas. Also played his college ball at Pittsburgh. Kind of quiet in the crowd there for a moment.
Tell you what, but look at the timing. Oh.
Again, they take it down the lane, and a slam dunk that time by St. Julian. 3 out of the corner, and the Nationals come back with a basket by Andre Aldridge.
And listen, I've seen NBA teams try to run this basic type of weave. It is really difficult. Think about the timing that has to happen under these circumstances.
Boo Johnson feeding it out to Wilson. Wilson, by the way, came up a little lame before the game. He's hurting a little with his ribs. St. Julian fouled from behind, and he gets hammered by Thibodeau.
Foul on 4-5 in the green. The big white dude did it. You want 2 shots.
Hey!
Huh?
That's my job.
But I saw the whole thing.
No. The foul is on number 21 in the green. The big white guy did it. We got 2 shots.
Exactly what I said.
Foul is on number 21 in the green. The big white dude did it. They get 2 shots.
Well, Jackson, I think he saw it the other way. I think he saw Thibodeau got it, but they gave it to Steigerwald.
Who did it?
And nonetheless, it'll be the Trotters at the line with St. Julian shooting here.
Did you do it?
Did you?
I wish you would have did it, boy. I'd have knocked you out.
St. Julian somehow has to keep his concentration during all this, and he lost it. This is the free throw.
This is the ultimate in trash talking.
It is.
Don't worry about that, brother. I got you.
Well, if you're going to miss, I'll take over here, huh?
Thank you. Huh?
You can't shoot for him.
But I'm not shooting for him. I'm shooting for me.
No. He got fouled. He shoots.
But his arm hurt.
Got it.
Matt Jackson, the clown prince right now on the floor for the Trotters. Never played basketball, interesting, Reggie. He was a football player, wide receiver at Savannah State.
Unbelievable. He's got a great body, strong built. I tell you what, I played some wide receiver in high school. Not an easy task.
Not indeed. Beat it down inside, whacked from behind by St. Julian. By the way, when Jackson really gets pumped up, can you believe this half-court shot he's got? It's not your traditional half-court shot, folks. Jump from the outside, and the Nationals put it down with Aldridge. We'll be back with more of the Trotters in Indiana in a moment.
It's a day for giving.
World are very familiar with the Harlem Globetrotters' comical antics on the court. In recent years, the team has played competitive basketball against top-notch opponents. During the fall of 1995, the Globetrotters played an 11-game tour in Europe and the United Kingdom against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's legendary All-Stars. The Globetrotters finished that tour with an impressive 10-1 record before more than 100,000 fans. Jabbar's team included former NBA stars JoJo White, Cedric Maxwell, and Artis Gilmore. This past April, the Globetrotters continued their success on the hardwood by defeating the College All-Stars 126-114 at America West Arena in Phoenix. Michael St. Julian of the Globetrotters earned Most Valuable Player honors by tallying 17 points and 13 rebounds. The College All-Star roster featured 7 1997 NBA first-round draft picks, including Jock Vaughn, Bobby Jackson, Scott Pollard, and Anthony Parker. Both of these recent victories prove that the Globetrotters have some of the top athletes in the world and can compete against some of the finest teams basketball has to offer.
Competitive basketball is nothing new to the Harlem Globetrotters. During the 1950s and early 1960s, the Magicians of Basketball played an annual series against the College All-Stars and never lost a competitive series.
So not only a fun-loving group on the floor as they are now, with Showbiz working the weave on the inside, but a very competitive basketball team. And that's a real key when you look at this club, Reggie.
There's no question. These guys are competitive. And I was talking to a couple of the players before the game, and they were talking about they were a little bit banged up. But as soon as the game started, their competitive juices were going to take over, and they'd be ready to go tonight to show everybody what they can do.
Boo Johnson, by the way, hurt a knee down in Lexington last night. Also pulled a calf muscle, but he's in there playing number 17. A look at the precision.
And you see how tight that weave is? That weave, there's only about 1 foot in between, and then they go for the dunk. Oh, my.
The Trotters take the lead, 22-16 here in Remington in their 20,000th game. And it's going to be a timeout call. So a timeout call on the floor as the Nationals will have the ball out of bounds. This crowd is anticipating even more as we continue historic making night tonight in Remington. 20,000 games for the Trotters. There's more to come on ESPN2.
The Basketball Hall of Fame to congratulate the Harlem Globetrotters on the occasion of their 20,000th basketball game. There is no parallel in sports history.
They have barnstormed all over, and that is interesting how the growth in Europe of basketball has been because of the Trotters. What's Jackson's problem here?
Time back in. That's too much. That's too much.
No basket. No basket.
Why not? It went through the hole.
No, you call time out.
Well, I won't time out.
All right, let's go.
Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. We on TV, man. Hot dog. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hey. Say, man, what channel is that? You speak English?
Yeah.
ESPN? Yeah, ESPN. Hi, ESPN. We watch ESPN all the time. Hey.
And they know how to get on camera.
They do. Uh-oh. They've got somebody else.
Hey. What channel is that? That's ESPN2. Okay. Hi, ESPN2. We watch ESPN2 sometimes. hey, no ESPN2. We love you. They make you a big kiss. Hey, Ralph. You want to be on TV?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Fix your hair.
Uh-oh, I think Barry Terry's in trouble here.
You know, I'm amazed.
Hey. Now, this is ESPN2, okay?
All right.
Hey, now just follow my lead.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Hi there, ESPN2.
Hi there, ESPN2.
Hey, say, he's good, huh?
You know what, Sam? I have the same look on my face right now as I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want you to say, we love you, ESPN2.
We love you, ESPN2.
Yeah. Now take a good look at this ESPN2.
Barry Terry, the referee, really gets abused. You made mention about the same thing. You know, when you were a kid, you had an opportunity literally to go in the locker room with these guys.
It was so amazing. A great friend of mine was a relative of Middle Lark Lemon, and we went into the locker room, got autographs and everything, met Curly Neal, and then later on in life, I had a chance to meet Curly and tell him that I saw him as a kid.
Oh, my.
And that's one of the great things about being a professional ball player is what happens to you as you grow older. Little kids come up to me and tell me, hey, I saw you when I was 16, I saw you when I was 6, and you did a great thing for me, and I remember that for the rest of my life.
That's great. And, of course, the Trotter, that's the name they've always had, of course, is giving to the folks. And St. Julian puts one down for him. You see the score, 24-18, a little straight basketball, a little tomfoolery along the way.
I got it. Get out of the way.
He's got an infectious laugh, doesn't he? Jackson does control the show here.
I wish my arms were as long as his. Look how long this man's arms are.
We've on the outside again. Boo Johnson playing a little injured tonight. St. Julian, Smith is out there. Wilson is the other Trotter, along with Jackson, the man in the middle.
Here we go.
Half a minute before the end of the period here.
Now again, look how tight this weave is. Now they're working both sides of the lane. Really difficult to do. So much timing, so much practice has to go into something like this. I'm talking hours and hours, Sam, to make this right.
Keep it on me, Fred. I don't. Keep it on me, Sing. It's up. Over the legs, big fella.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And down it goes with Rashawn. He puts it down, and the Trotters in the period with a slam dunk, 26-18. Have they been disappointed yet, Reggie? I don't think so.
I told you, I have the same look on my face I did in junior high school.
Well, ESPN 2 has come to Remington, Indiana with the Globetrotters 20,000 games. It's history being made tonight, and thanks for joining us for the first period. The 20,000th game here in Remington, Indiana, as we play towards the second period. Several of the new Trotters in the game. Antigua with the big threes a moment ago is back in. Also joining him, Jumbo Bacon, number 43. Rashawn down inside, and that is O'Keefe from the outside. Rashawn gets a little jumper off the baseline, and the Ragin' Cajuns got a couple of baskets tonight.
Nice ball movement, nice body movement. This team is well coached. You can see it in their execution of their plays when they're playing skits or when they're playing straight basketball.
Little straight basketball again here to try to build a little lead, and down the lane. Look out, here comes the man they call Jumbo. 240 pounds from Arizona State.
240 pounds coming right down the pipe, getting a nice little feed.
Big guy, by the way, number 21, that's Steigerwald, is the captain of this Nationals team. Played his college ball at Bucknell. Good shooter outside at 6'7". He'll try to prove it. Misses that one. Rebound clock stolen by Verdon. And an easy layup for the Trotters for now a 12-point lead.
Well, I have to tell you, the dedication of this player, Wild Thing, is out there. He is in some pain.
He is.
I don't know if he's got a back problem or if he's got cramps, but he's winching every time he walks around the court and does anything, and he's still out there entertaining these people, giving them what they came for.
Shot outside and a three-pointer put down by Hobley. By the way, we'd like to send our condolences to Ron Wilson, one of the Trotters who was with us last night in Lexington. Found out that his grandfather had passed away. So all of our thoughts from the Trotters and the fans around the world to Ron Wilson and his family for the loss of his grandfather. Antigua covered up a little more after hitting a couple of threes early on. Aiken with a short jumper, and down the lane they get it out of there with Steigerwald. Personal foul, reaching in from underneath. That'll send the Nationals to the foul line.
Wild Thing going to the bench. I tell you what, he's in some kind of pain, but he is not letting these people down tonight. He wants to be out here, and he obviously is not feeling well.
Several of the Trotters will have to try to take up the slack, particularly in the slam dunking, because this guy is incredible. Off the floor, the rebound comes out. O'Kelly loses out of bounds. First-year player. It's going to go to the Trotters. At last touch by the Nationals, and the last one, Ulrich got a tip of it. 7:24 before halftime. By the way, a great opportunity to find out a little more history about the Trotters. Back in 1926, it all started with the Saperstein family, and a member of that family with us tonight, along with Matty Jackson, the owner of the club now. Look at that jumping ability. This kid get off the floor.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, I've seen the bottom of Michael Jordan's shoes for dunking on me before. I can't even imagine this guy can out-jump Michael Jordan easily.
Got some problem here. Oh, we got the timer back there, and Gaffney is...
while the game's going on. What's wrong with you? All right, let's go now. Let's go. All right.
That's Showtime Gaffney trying to take care of the electronics here.
While the game's going on. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
Oh, how many times have I wanted to do that to a scorekeeper?
They stole a few seconds for you along the way somewhere, didn't they, Rick?
Big time.
Coming into the game now is Showtime, and this is the other one of the outstanding clown princes of basketball along with Jackson. This is Paul Gaffney. Played at Tennessee Wesleyan, and he's his fifth year for the Trotters.
White ugly guy. Everybody D up, son. You okay? Don't worry about it.
You'll hear him just as you did Jackson a moment ago.
Hit him in his head. Grandma's watch the pick.
And I think just as in NBA basketball, conversation and communication's big. And
they let Nationals go get it. Hey! Hey! Give me the ball!
It's a souvenir, I think, now in the stands.
I tell you what, I wouldn't give it back. Oh.
Hey! Hey!
Gaffney's determined it's a souvenir.
What a showman.
$20,000 game for the Trotters continues after this timeout.
Some guys are born romantic.
Globetrotters on your 20,000th game. More importantly, how about those 19,668 wins with only 332 losses? Best record in the history of basketball. Congratulations.
Hold it. There you go. You got ice on Mike.
6:34 before halftime, and again, a 11-point lead for the Trotters, and this is Boo Johnson. Boo, by the way, grew up wanting to be a Trotter, and his dad nicknamed him Boo, thinking he would be there, and guess what? He is.
He is, absolutely. And got big handle. He can handle that basketball. One of the fastest around with the ball.
Can you imagine being in the shadow, though, and following up people like Marcus Haynes and Curly Neal?
And listen, I couldn't even begin to think about that. I mean, we all, as ball players, have tried to do these things that these great players have done, and most of us have failed.
Johnson, one of the ill-advised passes by Johnson. I haven't seen him throw it at the feet of his opponents many times, or his teammate. Out of bounds turnovers for the Trotters.
I guess I should say he's human after all.
He is human. He's proven it.
How you feel?
He'll prove he's a little subhuman in a moment. A nice jumper off the baseline by Thibodeau, 6'11".
How you feel, son? Kick it, come on, son. Oh, I got you right.
You know, Red Klotz, the owner and the coach who's normally with this club, named by Sports Illustrated in 1993 as the losingest basketball coach in America.
Don't worry about
his job, you know?
Over your head.
I tell you what, now he owns the team.
He does.
Watch this. Stop it. Whoa, uh-oh.
Morgan Klotz is being taken to school, I think.
Got him, he got it.
He got out of bounds. Steigerwald says, wait a minute, we never did that at Bucknell, did we?
I tell you what.
We got four.
Trotters starting back in 1926 is, believe it or not, the Savoy Big Five. Abe Saperstein. Oh, it's a hammering foul by Klotz.
Foul number 7 in the green. The short little midget did it.
Let's see if he gets this one right. Jackson really didn't do well.
No, he's going to call the way he wants, I'm sure.
I told you that was my job. Well, do it. The foul is on number 7 in the green. The short little midget did it.
You got a lot of room to talk there. Come on, man.
And Morgan Klotz says, wait a minute, who are you calling a midget here?
2 shots.
That's tremendous.
Boo Johnson will be at the line shooting free throws here for the Trotters.
2 shots. Are you sure? Yes, it's 2 shots. Well, let's see. Hey, Ralph. What? How many shots? 2 shots. How many you say? 2 shots. That's 4 shots, buddy. No, Showtime. 2 shots. 2 plus 2 equals 4 all over the world, even in Remington. What are you, a graduate of the University of Indiana? 2.
You know they like that reference, yeah.
I'm telling you, they may be coming out of the stands at us in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Long way from that bus. We have to be careful.
That's right.
You okay? Yes, I'm all right.
All right.
Curly, you okay? Yeah. She okay? That little midget didn't hurt you, did he? No.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Hey, Curly. Yeah. Would you like some water? No, thanks. Okay. Hey, Curly. Yeah. If you need me, I'll be right here on this lady's lap. You got a nice lap, lady.
What's that called? Up close and personal?
I tell you what. She may not wash that shirt again.
That's my friend. Watch. Okay. Hey, Curly! Hey!
Hey! He's having a little time concentrating again here.
Hey, Curly! Hey, what?
You're a pin drop in here. Amazing. An early shower by some of the fans here.
I tell you what.
Hey, what you see it?
We just wait to get wet when we come to events like this.
You threw water all over those people.
It's like Shamu coming up and splashing the crowd. We can't wait for that to happen.
And you always sit on the front row anyway, right?
I want it to happen. Here, wet me.
I threw. Uh-oh. Get out, you there.
Paul Gaffney.
Hey, I'm truly sorry, but it wasn't my fault. It was this lady's fault right here. Look, Curly made that shot. She got happy. It touched my leg, and that water just went everywhere. Come on, you lady.
Meanwhile, back on the court, St. Julian with a slam dunk and a missed free throw.
I tell you what, the Saint doesn't waste any time putting it through the hole. He does it the hard way. Bang!
You know, they said he does no wrong. I would agree with him right now.
And a block shot there. Defense on one end, offense on the other.
Jumbo Bacon turns it out for the Trotters. 39-25 lead. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Uh-oh. Well, what has Gaffney got the ladies' purse for?
Timeout, Globetrotters. Timeout.
Has he got a water bottle in there? Wait, he's got a nice purse.
I have to believe that something's about to happen.
Does it match his outfit, though, Reggie? That's the only question. Well, while they're discussing who that purse belongs to him, we're going to be back. The Trotters, 20,000 games in Remington tonight. Paul Gaffney, I think, has got something up his sleeve when we come back.
Congratulations, Harlem Globetrotters, on your 20,000th game. All over the world, people say, I learned to love basketball because I saw the Harlem Globetrotters. So you've done a great job of ambassadors of our game. You're continuing to do a great job. We're indebted to you. We applaud your continuation. Thank you again, and congratulations, Harlem Globetrotters.
Not a bad show around the world as well. The NBA basketball, and a salute from their commission tonight. Trotters leading here in Remington, and this crowd, a lot of Purdue fans, a lot of Pacer fans as well. We see some of their shirts, and Miami and what have you here in the...
Well, you know, the merchandising's big. It happens all over.
By the way, Mike Wilson, you said he was ailing there a little bit.
Well, Mike Wilson, we just got a report from the locker room that has stomach cramps, and they're expecting him to play in the second half. He may not return the rest of this first half.
Well, Gaffney, you know, he's hung on to that purse the whole time here.
Kick that thing in here. Kick it on in here, son. Oh, my goodness.
There's the weave.
Oh, miss you. Here you go back.
Uh-oh.
Showtime.
Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, the midget, I think, has the purse now.
I tell you what.
Purse during the game? Come on, coach. You gotta have a little control out here.
Let's go.
Come on, let's do something.
How you
What are you going to do with it?
Gaffney's got him now. Right where he wants him.
He fell right into that one.
He did.
What's wrong with that guy?
What's wrong with this guy? Come on, get back here, 32. Come on,
Hey, man, don't follow me. I got a reputation.
Come on, man. People are going to get a bad impression about you taking the lady's purse.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I forgive you, but the lady might be a little mad.
It's not mine, though.
It's not mine either, though. What do you want me to do with it? It's not mine.
I don't know what you do. It looks good with your outfit.
It does match better than it does with you.
Absolutely, the beige and green are always better than the red, white, and blue.
There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome, man.
Watch him walk.
Watch him.
Watch him.
Gaffney, by the way, was named Mr. Globetrotter by his teammates back in 1995. You can see why.
32, where did you get that bag?
From over there. Hey, fella. There's a lot of stuff in this bag right here, man.
Hey. Where did you
Now we
get
know
the bag?
why they call it Showtime.
Hey! From whom over there?
From a lady, silly.
What? Well, what did the lady look like? What? Well, what did the white lady look like?
Hey! What? Man, I don't know. They all look alike to me.
Hey! 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 Take it back now!
Take it back now.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, Fred. I was just joking, man. It's that lady in blue. Hi, lady.
I'd say.
We didn't take any of your money. You forgive me? So come and get your bag.
He's got Fred Preacher Smith involved in this now. Uh-oh.
Oh, and just when you think everything is okay, that's when they nail you.
You thought you had a safe seat, right? All right.
She had it all figured out. She's got some rhythm. Okay.
Hey, what's your name? What's Sherry? Hey, y'all give it up for Sherry.
Oh, my. You know, you had 15 seconds of fame. Sherry may have just had hers on national television.
She wiggled and grooved her way right to the top on national TV. For years, she's going to have to look back and see that move.
Hey, Sherry,
and you know somebody's got a tape of it.
No, I have a better gift for being a great sport.
Some other lady has just passed out on the sideline here.
And his wristband goes well with her American flag on her sweater. Very, very fashion conscious around here.
Hey, Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Hey, I heard in Remington, once you give a gift, you receive a gift. So how about a little kiss on the cheek?
Sherry's playing this to the hilt, I think, isn't he?
I have two cheeks.
He has two cheeks. All right. Uh-oh.
Well, you sort of... I was wondering when he was going to get around to that. I would have been very disappointed if he didn't do that.
All right.
The Trotters want their share. I tell you what, that's a lot to give for a dance in center court, huh?
She's blowing them all a kiss.
That's what he said.
What a great sport.
I think about it, a small town like this.
Oh, my.
Woo, the stories that will be told.
The barber shop will be humming, won't it?
Oh, boy.
Hey, don't go nowhere, because I'll be back.
Paul Gaffney, the clown prince of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, what a pleasure this is.
My, oh, my.
Hey, did you see Sherry dancing? She was doing like this.
Gaffney's got to go all the way around and kind of explain the whole thing to him. You know, we talked about Curly Johnson a few moments ago about how great a dribbler he is. Well, you know, he also kind of puts it in proper perspective because he started to put a pencil to it. You know, he said 20,000 games. Wow, this is something really special for him and all the Trotters.
Well, the significance of the 20,000 game is that no other sports team, no major sports team, no sports team for that matter, has come to this plateau of 20,000 games. I mean, for us to be here in Remington, Indiana, is almost fitting because the first game was played in Hinckley, Illinois, less than probably 5 hours from here. And it was a small town just like this. This 20,000 game could have been played a month ago when we were in Moscow. It could have been played 2 months ago when we were in South Africa, playing in front of Nelson Mandela. So to be here in a small town in the United States, not far from where the first game was played, it's almost like a dream come true.
You know, 20,000 games, you know, that's amazing how many games you got to play to get to that.
Sam, I can't even imagine. And a good NBA team would have to play 100 games a year for 150 years to reach 20,000 games. And in the meantime, the Globetrotters would have played 60,000.
So more than that.
More. Unreal.
Hey, don't do it again. Here, give her a hold on, suit.
Look at her face.
All right, that's
Is that great? Smiles are just frozen on everybody's face here in this arena.
I tell you what. And as a parent, you want nothing more for your child to have that look on her face when she goes to an event. Look at this.
Hi. Nice job.
Come on down, Cup.
Meanwhile, somehow, Hobley plays through it with a couple of free throws for the Nationals.
And the Nationals playing some good basketball.
They are.
Hanging in here.
Well, here comes the weave.
And this is their patented. This is what starts their offense.
Look out.
This is what makes it all go for them.
Here's Boo.
I got to tell you really quick, when I was a kid, I learned how to dribble the basketball at 6'7" by running a drill similar to this in my driveway with the kids, the little kids in the neighborhood. Not quite this good, but the speed dribble up and down the court, unbelievable.
Boo Johnson. Curley does it again. And again off an injured knee last night and a pulled calf muscle. That is not easy to do, folks.
Oh, and he was hooked up to electronic machines earlier today trying to get some strength back in the leg.
And he came out after going through that, just what you saw there, and he went into another routine and he literally pulled the calf muscle, and he's been working on it all day. But a game showman, he turned to me and he says, I don't know if I can play. No, it's on national television, I'll play.
That changed everything.
That's right. It was last night. I think Morgan Klotz is about to be taken to school again here. And he is. That guy's traveling on the Nationals here.
Reggie, you see that?
Exactly.
You see that, man?
How's that? Oh, you left me hanging.
He left him.
I'm going to be froze like this for the rest of the night. Thank you, my man.
He got it. Now, what is Klotz doing here?
Ho, 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 green midget. Hey. What are you doing?
Playing some defense right here.
You playing a little defense? Well, put your little arm down on top of the shot.
Cut it out!
I said put your little arm down.
Stop it, 32! Stop it!
Wait a minute.
You know, I thought I smelled something here, too, you know?
Ooh, boy.
Uh-oh. Got the ball.
Oh, yeah.
That's some big defense.
That's sweet, isn't it? Look out. That's going to be a little ball.
Don't worry about it. Blue ball. Here we go.
You know, the one thing about Gaffney and Jackson is that I don't know if they've been to referee school or not, but they sure try to do a heck of a job.
Well, I tell you what, they got it all handled.
Nationals still trying to push the ball inside. And therein lies one of the other things, Reggie, we talked about, the athletic ability of these guys, because as major college players, they got down and played the D when they had to, and they'll do it here again.
There's no question. I mean, we could read off the antics of these players in their high school and colleges, and a lot of them very accomplished ball players. And the thing that we have to point out is that all of these antics, all of the weaves and everything that's happening, some of it's set up and some of it not, but they still got to make the shot.
They got to make it.
And that comes to athleticism.
And Gaffney's got them all going again. Oh, what a slam dunk by the preacher.
And that is not in a book.
It's not there. I would have had to take an elevator to get up that high.
Not even an elevator would get you that high.
Wouldn't do it. Closing seconds of the first half. Nice little running left-hander by Nichols.
Too high for the defense.
Johnson in control of the ball for the Trotters, closing 25 of the period. Gaffney, Showtime inside. And here comes the patented Trotter read. Look at a tight read. Precision passing. Ooh, a little off the head.
And if you notice, no traveling involved.
Nope.
No steps. Very good ball handling.
Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Gaffney's got it. Layup two. Trotters at the buzzer. Just like they planned it for the crowd here as Gaffney hit for the locker room after getting the last field goal. And half of the 20,000th game of the Globetrotters is over at Remington tonight. By the way, a ball and a jersey will be headed to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and therein lies really the beauty of the whole game tonight. These people are part of history, Reg.
There's no question. For the rest of their lives, they know that the 20,000th game of the Globetrotters was played right here in Remington, Indiana, at our high school.
Johnson puts on the show. The Trotters take the lead 49-32 as the magic continues in Hoosier.
Right now, you can get a complete
basketball for so many years and for so many games. My only hope is that Manny didn't play in all 20,000 games. And thank you for letting me.
Tremendous being here with you. Tell me how you feel about the game tonight.
It's wonderful. My father would have enjoyed it immensely. And I thank Mr. Jackson for extending the invitation to me.
What was it like growing up with the father of the Harlem Globetrotters for you?
It was exciting. I met kings and queens. I met popes. We had a family unto ourselves. The Globetrotters had their own barber shop. We walked into restaurants. Sometimes the providers ran out, and we just made our own breakfast and things like that. We were just a family. My father left me a lot of big brothers.
That's tremendous. Now, what does it mean from the heart to have this 20,000 basketball game? That's a lot of games.
Yes, it is. I always felt, I lost my father when I was very young, and I felt that as long as the Globetrotters came on the court, Abe Saperstein was alive. And tonight is really very heartwarming to me, very touching.
Any personal memories of the Globetrotter days?
Well, if you don't mind, if it's not my own memory, if it's a memory of my father, he told this at my wedding, he told it at my brother's bar mitzvah, he told it at my daughter's birth. His greatest moment in sports was in Berlin, Germany. The Globetrotters were playing before a crowd of 75,000 people in the arena where the Olympics had been held. The two teams had been introduced, and there was a helicopter hovering over the floor. The helicopter landed on the court, and out of the helicopter came Jesse Owens in his track uniform that he wore at the Olympics 16 years before. He had two American flags, one in each hand, and proceeded to run around the track to the tremendous applause of 75,000 people. At the stand, the mayor of Berlin said, 16 years ago today, Hitler refused to give you his hand, Jesse. Today I give you both mine. And that was Abe Saperstein's favorite story.
Well, that is a tremendous story, and thank you for allowing me to be part of the history. And we'll go back to Sam out on midcourt.
Thank you, Reggie. And, of course, it's a very special night for a lot of people, certainly for the Saperstein family, a very special night by the chairman and the CEO and the owner of the Harlem Globetrotters, Mr. Manny Jackson. The most important part of Manny, however, he's a former Trotter. He's part of this whole thing. 1993 he took over. Did you ever dream you'd own what you got right now?
If anybody would have told me 4 or 5 years ago that we'd have this kind of experience with this crowd and this kind of record we had in the last 4 years, I would never have believed it, never dreamed it.
The Trotters are such a unique product, and I literally use that because it's been used all over the world to be something special for so many people.
You know, wherever we go in the world, whether it's South Africa or in Germany or in Asia or Australia, people just seem to respond to this notion of play and having a good time with families. I'm so proud to be associated with this organization. It's amazing the growth and the response we're having today.
You know, it's almost a bridging of the gap because you look at so many smiles and moms and dads and pops and the generations go on.
I'll tell you, that's one thing we guarantee is a good time and smiles, and people appreciate that.
Now, looking on the other side of the coin, you've got to add some athletes out there, and you've got a great group this year.
I'm excited about our athletes. I've told everyone, we beat the college All-Americans. I'm ready to play the dream team now.
And the nice thing about it is that you've started a whole new tradition for everybody to enjoy literally around the world again.
Well, I'll tell you, there's nothing like nothing like children. There's nothing like charitable initiatives and the spirit of goodwill, and we try to spread that every place we go. And you can see tonight these people are responding to it.
By the way, you're doing a good job with Tex over there, too.
Well, he's my man. I also want to thank ESPN and you and Reggie. I think you're doing a wonderful job with the broadcast. We truly appreciate it.
Manny Jackson again, the man that puts the Trotters all together and on the floor and brings the smiles here in Remington. Thank you, Manny. We'll be back with more of our halftime activities from Remington. 20,000 games in a moment.
The Globetrotters on their 20,000th career game. We're excited for you. We honor your wonderful career that you've had as an organization and over the many years that you've entertained all of us as fans, as children, as adults. We have nothing but wonderful moments to share. You've made basketball fun. You've made it a thrill for all of us. And we wish you all the very, very best on the next 20,000.
Well, the crowd looking at some of the first half stats here. As again, the water thrown, we've had one here, Reggie.
Yeah.
They grabbed 2 kids. Have you noticed that?
And the dancing.
Yeah, they danced 5 times. By the way, first is taken here, and of course that was the midget did it.
I tell you what, I think they kissed more than one kiss. I think that counts for like 3.
8.5 to go in the third period. Crowd right now just kind of taking their breath here, Reggie. They had quite an enthusiastic halftime as well.
Hey, and it's only half over.
It's only half over is true. Trotters running. Oh, look out. There's Smith. Oh, that was probably easy. That was a 10-foot rim there.
But, you know, the explosiveness that this kid has, going up, he goes up with such ease and then thrust at the end. A nice little flying little layup there, too.
It did. Aldridge scores on the other end. By the way, Smith scored 21 points and 9 rebounds at Oral Roberts. Reacher from the outside will miss, and off it comes the other way to Thomas. As again, we play some basketball here. Shot from the outside, and nicely done as Aldridge has hit a couple of back-to-back shots here. 56-37 the score. Trotters in the third. Burton trying to drive down the lane, and the penetration by the Cajun puts it in.
I tell you what, every night when I cover the NBA, I see moves like that going to the hole by point guards. That's a tremendous athletic move.
You know, one of the things when you look at these athletes, a lot of them have bypassed an opportunity to play in either the CBA or even getting their cup of coffee or a chance in the NBA because it's so much fun and they get to travel around the world traveling with the Harlem Globetrotters.
In 1996, the Harlem Globetrotters were the first professional sports team to visit a free and democratic South Africa. They returned in 1997 for a second visit to this nation, which is the 114th country the Globetrotters have visited during their 70-plus year history. Highlight of their 1996 tour to this nation was the ceremony where the Ambassadors of Goodwill named South African President Nelson Mandela an honorary Harlem Globetrotter. The Globetrotters have also raised nearly $1 million for President Nelson Mandela's Children's Fund. During their first visit, the Harlem Globetrotters left 50,000 basketballs, 5,000 hoops, and interacted with over 300,000 curious and enlightened fans in a country where few children or adults knew the game of basketball. When the Globetrotters returned to South Africa in 1997 for a triumphant second tour of the country, they recognized children were now playing basketball and beginning to learn more about the game. And this was entirely appropriate, for the Globetrotters have been the driving force that has introduced much of the world to the sport of basketball. Perhaps the highlight of the second tour was a command performance at President Nelson Mandela's 79th birthday celebration, and an opportunity for President Mandela and Globetrotters owner and chairman Manny Jackson to shoot symbolic basket attempts for peace and nonviolence. These visits to a free and democratic South Africa have added countless memories to the Harlem Globetrotters' 7 decades history.
It's a day for giving.
I'm gonna get me some.
Globetrotters on 71 years of excitement as they celebrate their 20,000th basketball game. Congratulations also to Manny Jackson, the premier owner of the Harlem Globetrotters. We all, as Americans, look forward to 20,000 more games from this great team.
Manny Jackson at halftime visiting with us, saying it was a very special moment for him, and of course his friends all around the country sharing that moment with him tonight here in Remington, Indiana, located between Chicago and Indianapolis. You ever think you'd be in Remington, Indiana doing this game tonight, Reggie?
Never in a million years. But I'm so happy to be here. Manny Jackson's done a great job restoring all of what's going on, and this is the Mickey.
There he is.
They nicknamed that dunk and that play called the Mickey. Incredible.
That's Mike, who had some troubles in the first half. He's kind of shaking them off here. Nice little drive by Thibodeau
nice
there.
Little drop step, shoulder in the chest move.
Somebody looking for a 6'11 player might have said, I might check that out. Gaffney. It's showtime. Yes. However, Thibodeau's defense lacks just a little.
Well, you don't see the physicality that we're sort of used to seeing, but that's okay.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first period. Gaffney's going to try to talk that one out of there, I think. Boo Johnson on the open floor. You know, Boo was a great three-point shooter at Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa. Matter of fact, was 7th in the country in shooting from the field at over 62%.
Absolutely. 1983. Got it done in a big way. One of the world's fastest dribblers.
And he puts on a show. Nationals trying to claw themselves back a little closer here in the third.
Does some of his own marketing with a marketing degree out of college. That helps a lot.
You know, Boo actually, Tex Harrison was a little ill last night. He didn't make the trip to Lexington. Boo actually was a coach of the club last night, so he had double duty last night.
Well, not only that, even in junior, he was a JUCO All-American in college.
It looks like Boo's also in charge of transportation here tonight.
I guess he just does everything.
Well, it's no idea.
This is my good friend Robin. She's going to do a little magic for us, so timeout. All right, timeout.
Is it timeout? You notice how the referee sometimes loses control of the game here, Reggie?
I've noticed that. A lot like referees that we know.
No names mentioned on this show.
Absolutely not. But all in fun.
How you feeling, Robin?
Look at the smile. Look at the smile on this face. Look at this. Is that great? That's the Harlem Globetrotters.
I tell you what. Oh, look at her.
Bless her heart.
And what's nice is the Harlem Globetrotters are the only ones in this gym that could spin the ball that well to help somebody do that.
That's right. I tell you what, if you don't have goose pimples on you, folks, you better check a doctor out first thing tomorrow morning.
Give yourself a pinch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Boo Johnson, humanitarian, helping out one of our folks here at courtside. Let's take a timeout as we'll be back with more of the Trotters action from Remington as the fans here have certainly enjoyed themselves. Hope you are as well. We'll be back with more of the fun of Harlem Globetrotters in a moment. And Boo Johnson runs the show. Gaffney's the man in the middle.
Oh, they got the double high post going.
Oh, St. Julian, a pass just a little out of his reach. And the Nationals throw it away. And Hobley goes in and makes it friend.
Well, I think he was so wide open, they got to go back to that well again. Let's try that one again.
Well, this is going to be, if there was anything wrong with Boo Johnson's leg, it is not now. And the referee is called for traveling with the ball. He doesn't want it. You know, sometimes the Trotters get a little. Oh,
I'll take it.
My guys. Yeah. Tell him we have some water.
Have water, guys.
Please tell him we have some water. No, we have water. We have plenty of water.
I want that first cup. There's a low one in the bucket. What's wrong with you? Lost your mind.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, where you going?
I think they're having trouble with this cup of water here. Ooh, oh.
Hey, what you on now, man? I'm not playing with you. I want that water, and you get...
I think we're having an early shower here, huh?
I tell you what, that's teammates for you.
Yeah. Boo, I don't think's a happy camper here. Uh-oh. Gaffney, I think. Yeah. He's resorting to self-defense.
The kid, man.
Look at the kid.
Like a dish rag.
Stop, man. Wake up. Stop, man. Stop.
Stop. Terry gets an early shower.
Uh-oh, he's got another bucket of water.
Now, see, Gaffney got away.
No, guys. Hey, okay, all right. That was kind of fly. I knew it was coming, he still got me.
Back into the game is Showbiz. My spotter card has just disappeared. You know what I fear one of those nights, though? They're gonna make a mistake. It's gonna be water. It's definitely gonna be water.
And you know, I wouldn't have mind.
No,
I just wouldn't have mind.
It's history. The weave is on in the fourth.
I feel that. Bring that thing on yourself.
By the way, it's Showbiz back in again.
Oh, and they started the weave from another place. And look at that. Goodbye. Athleticism by the preacher man. I mean, this is the same guy who won the state high jumping contest when he was in high school. No joke there with his athleticism.
Two big guys for the Nationals tap it in with 8:43 left to go in the game.
You know, he jumped high jump over 7 feet.
You know, you had him along with St. Julian, who was a national junior college high jumping champion. They could start their own track team. Right on cue, Mr. St. Julian does his thing.
Bring it right back.
Thank you very much.
Can you shoot?
And a three off the wing by
Come on, Curly. Over here.
the Nationals. They cut it down. You know, to perform like this, you got to have a place to perform and practice. Well, the Trotters certainly have one of those in their right now future. The Harlem Globetrotters are the only professional basketball team to claim the state-of-the-art recreation facility at Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex home. For the second year, the Harlem Globetrotters of present and future were schooled on basketball skills and citizenship, Harlem Globetrotter style, at the ultimate Disney sports facility. During a rigorous training schedule, these world-class athletes are conditioned to play close to 300 games in 30 countries. The Harlem Globetrotters also learn their responsibility extends beyond basketball. As ambassadors of goodwill and role models for the world's children, they understand their ability to positively make a difference. Following training camp, the Harlem Globetrotters then played a series of basketball games during the holiday season, spreading their unique blend of entertainment and athleticism to fans from all around the globe. Magical things just seem to happen around the Harlem Globetrotters.
Is there
ESPN 2's presentation of the Harlem Globetrotters 20,000th game is brought to you by Denny's. Come to Denny's for our big signature skillets, starting at just $3.99. Now with 2 new skillets. And by Reebok, helping athletes perform at the top of their game.
I bet this crowd didn't know in 1958 they signed Wilt Chamberlain. 1959, their first undefeated season as they went 441-0. Not a bad year for the Trotters, huh?
Not at all.
Right now they got a big lead in the fourth as they work it inside, and here come the Nationals off to the rebound. Jackson's going to cover everybody. But he doesn't cover Steigerwall, and he puts it in for another Nationals basket. 20-point lead for the Trotters. Here comes that tight weave again. Mercer, Johnson. And now Matt's got a problem.
Hey, buddy. Hey, come on, let me see can you really shoot. Come on. All right, dog.
This is a young man that got the wristband a moment ago. Now they're going to test him.
He wasn't finished.
He got a free gift, and now they're going to test him.
And they may have to take that wristband back if he can't shoot.
That's right. Somehow you just knew there was a payback.
Y'all remember Adam? Yeah, I remember. Hey, Adam, we want you to make a basket down there. That's too far?
That's too far, he said.
Yeah. All right, shoot up here, buddy.
Okay.
Take your time, shoot up there nice and high.
I have a feeling out here in basketball country.
You know he probably has a basketball court in his backyard.
Yeah, gets a nice round of applause from this crowd. Uh-oh, got a little adjustment to make here. Okay. Like when you're riding your bike, you got to get your...
Gotta get that pants.
Shoot it nice and high, Adam.
Next, got to pull those socks down a little bit.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
It was the pants leg.
There was the pants.
A little LL Cool J there.
There's probably thousands of college basketball recruiters now going, I'm heading for Adam. That's it. I'm heading to Wilmington.
So next time you see, the coaches all over the country will be pulling their players' pants
legs. This shirt is for our good
up.
friend Adam for his great shooting. Hey, Adam, you like this shirt?
I didn't even get a shirt here. Uh-oh. Trotters have got him at half court here.
Take it off, man.
There goes his shirt. What is it? He doesn't have any fun. Look at this kid. He makes a basket and they treat him like this.
Hey, Adam. Now I want you to make a muscle like me, okay? I want you to make one like this.
That gives him a thumbs up, huh?
Hey.
We give him a thumbs up.
Make one like this.
Let's see if he can do this with us. He has a sound effect to it.
One more, okay?
One more.
I want you to make one like this.
What this?
Oh. Hot dog. Hey, I'm going to fix you up.
You know this little Adam kid is going to go hit the weights now.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I don't need no help. I used to run a daycare center.
He used to run a day, yeah. I don't think so.
What's wrong? Oh, my fault. I thought it was a turtleneck.
One of the things about the Trotters is they literally go all around the world. They make all kinds of charitable type things. And one of their most recent visits happened to be up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Take a listen at the Trotters and how they share their happiness around the world. The Harlem Globetrotters have reached out to millions of young people around the world with their special brand of basketball magic. Recently at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the crowd was dazzled by 3 visually impaired children who got the thrill of a lifetime to join the Globetrotters Magic Circle. This kind of memory for all is just what the Globetrotters hope to accomplish with every stop worldwide, bridging gaps with fun and entertainment.
It's become simple in the last couple of years. I think with all that goes on in sports and pop culture, and with different cultures and different times, I think what has proven to be universal has been, family, and laughter, good times. And I think the generosity and the goodwill of the Harlem Globetrotters has transcended many, many years and many problems in this country and around the world. I think our durability has been that we've been constant. We've always had a good product. We've always had great energy. We've always done something no one else could do. We've always done it in a format that a mother, a dad, or a grandparent could carry their kids, and they could all enjoy it and laugh and feel good when it was all over and be entertained.
Just last week, the Globetrotters returned to historic and world-renowned Boys Town of Omaha, Nebraska, where kids of all ages got a chance to get up close and personal with basketball's goodwill ambassadors. Just as in their last visit in 1964, the Trotters again challenged the youth of Boys Town to strive for success in life, something the Harlem Globetrotters know a great deal about already. Well, that success has been heard all over the world, and in Remington, Indiana, this little guy, Adam, has got him a T-shirt, and by the way, the shirt cost his dad $20 too. I might add that Matt Jackson got it out of his dad.
And then he tried to charge him $5 to get his original shirt back. Unbelievable.
Oh, my. Well, the Trotters will inbound the ball. 2:48 left to go on this historic night tonight in Remington.
All your stuff. One thing right there. Oh, yeah.
Johnson. And they follow it down. They slap with St. Julian. This game could be played anywhere around the world. They could have brought 100,000 fans somewhere for the 20,000. They brought it to the heartland of America, and they are certainly appreciating it here in Hoosier basketball country, along with the Purdue fans as well here tonight. Oh, yeah. Something's happened here. What's happened? One. Oh, it's a penalty. 4. You got a lot of penalties in your career. Did you ever step them off like this?
Never stepped them off so I can figure out how to shoot the basketball.
Is this in honor of the Super Bowl coming up?
Must be.
Must be.
Got a little football action.
Jackson is the quarterback now.
Got a little 3 deep rotation back here. One in the backfield. Out of the shotgun.
Yeah, got 2 wide receivers here. Jackson. Looks a little like Brett Favre, doesn't he? Or is that John Elway? I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what.
I got a little stride up there. That's
Take
nice.
your pick.
Yeah.
Down!
Oh, he's got the call here.
These athletes know it all.
That's right.
Football, basketball, baseball.
He's not sure if he wants to go out of the shotgun or underneath. He's kind of like...
He's surveying the defense. He's getting ready to call an audible here.
Showbiz.
20!
Okay, he's got St. Julian in motion here. All right.
He's calling audible.
25!
Well, gets a little friendly pat from his friend Wilson there.
17! $51!
Oh, he's got to get in the act here.
Yeah, he got to call his own number.
Yeah.
You guys can outdo me.
Got some chewing gum under those shoes.
Back to the pass, along, deep.
Touchdown! It's a TD. Score it. Trotters for 6.
And a little bit of a down and out pattern.
Uh-oh. Oh, did you like that? Let's rewind and see what it looks like. Okay. Here's the pass. There's Jackson. Okay.
Backing up. Nice give and go.
There it is.
And then back to the little bit of a reverse cabbage patch there.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, a little rewind.
Got like a little gooseneck. A little lock and smurf.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one.
Okay, this is called great memory.
Wilson? That's 25, okay.
What would we do without instant replay?
It's rewind with the Trotters.
We couldn't call it.
The audio has to be backwards, too. You realize that?
Harlem Globetrotters.
The Trotters with the football.
That's tremendous. Oh, yeah.
Okay, here comes Jackson now. He's got the traditional hook, too. Can he make it? Oh!
So
One more
close.
time.
One more. You got to get the
One more
rebound.
time.
You got to get the rebound.
One more time.
Morgan Klotz.
All right, dog.
Klotz puts one in. Closing minutes. Jackson says one more time.
Hey. If I make this, you kiss me. But if I miss, I kiss you. I can't lose. Hot dog.
Traditional hook. Oh, just off
Here
again.
I go.
There he comes. See, the bet's got to be paid off here. You realize that? There you go. You got to make good bets.
Well, you don't understand. You missed it because there were 3 women in the stands thinking that he was.
Hold that thing down, Kevin. Go put it one time, fellas. Make this thing go.
Everybody jumps up one to kiss me.
Oh, my.
Get on up there one time, son. Let's go.
You know, the beauty of the Trotters, too, as they close it down, is that they will literally spend an hour and a half after tonight's game signing autographs for everybody that's got a pen and something to sign it on.
Hey, that's what it's all about for these guys. Making people happy, going around the world, being ambassadors to basketball. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here.
It's been great, Reggie. Nice working with you.
Thank you. And I still have that same smell that I had when I was in elementary school watching the Trotters.
The Trotters finish it with a dunk. Punctuation mark. There it is. Yes! Congratulations to the Harlem Globetrotters. World record 20,000th basketball game, and look at the crowd. They have absolutely been delighted. Capture those smiles. They'll be here forever. Unbelievable night of basketball in Remington. Yes, if you're a basketball purist, you didn't see exactly what you wanted to see. If you were just a kid at heart, you did with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Well, I tell you what, I got 13 years in the NBA, and I got my basketball feel for tonight.
Nice smile, Reggie. Nice smile.
Yeah.
Well, Reggie Theus, Sam Smith, good night, everybody.